Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Chris Eggenberger. I run a small 3D print shop out of my basement. And today I've got some orders to pack. I've been really busy. Things have picked up. I hit 300 sales as of this past weekend, and we are on pace to hit my goal of 365 by the end of the year. But that's no reason to feel comfortable. I feel like there's a lot of work to be still done. So let's get going. So this weekend, I did something a little different. Somebody in the comments has been constantly asking, or has asked a couple times, have you set up an Instagram account yet? And the answer is yes. I actually had one from a long time ago. I just don't really use Instagram that much, so I'm not super familiar with it. But I set up a Instagram, Reddit, and Pinterest account, and I kind of just did a quick post across those two platforms, Pinterest and Instagram. I also got stuff up on Reddit, three main posts, my Ryobi chargers, my DeWalt charger bracket, and then also these hoppers. And the hoppers and potentially the DeWalt chargers have also led to quite a few sales. Now, I work in digital advertising in my day job, so I know what capabilities there are to track that type of information. But unfortunately, Etsy doesn't have the greatest trackability in terms of where the leads come from, and also where individual people who buy from you come from. But there's almost a direct correlation. There has to be, because I'm not really doing anything else on Etsy and haven't changed much there. But we've been getting a massive amount of these large hopper orders, which is great because they're a really great product for me to print. They're probably one of my favorite products that I have, just because of how unique the problem is. And I was able to solve that in a cool way that kind of matches the brand aesthetic. But Reddit's kind of a weird one, because I had to ask the mods if I could post. And then also on top of that, Reddit's just super toxic. I think everybody knows that, but as a reminder, the posts for my charger brackets kind of have very mixed feedback, whether people hate it and they say, why don't you just use screws? And then other people say they love it because it's easier. I obviously like it because I made it. But if you're going to post on Reddit, expect that type of feedback. But either way, all of that work on Sunday that I did, I think has been driving quite a few more sales, which is cool. I'm going to keep doing that as I move forward. Let me finish packing this box, and then I'll show you kind of the next stuff that I need to work on, a couple administrative things, and kind of what I'm doing. You can see I just ran out of this hopper insert, so I need to print some more of these out as well. What I wanted to show you is kind of this. This is an old, not cabinet, but shelf that we're actually going to toss. It's broken, so I put a bunch of screws in it to hold it together, and ignored my junk pile. I know you guys always say I'm really tidy, but that's why I keep that over there dark. But anywho, I've got boxes to order. So this is the larger boxes that I just used to pack. I've only got 3 more bubble mailers, and also I have these smaller boxes that are almost out, which I will never buy again, and I'll explain why in just a minute. And then I've got some of these. I've got another section down here of stuff, and I've got some refill filaments coming in from Bamboo that I'm going to use those spools for. But I've got plenty of additional smaller boxes for an individual small hopper. So I should be good on that set. Another great piece of advice is, if you ever have questions about shipping, just go to the USPS and ask the people at the front counter. I was just chatting with the lady who works there, and I always drop packages off too, and she's fantastic. She was telling me about the labels, so let me quick show you this box. I will never buy boxes that are smaller than 4 by 6 in 2 of the dimensions. Depth doesn't matter, and that's also true for my bubble mailers, which you can see here. This is also 4 by 6, and the reason why is because when these labels go on, if the barcode is bent or curved, it can make it difficult for the machines to read, which can mess up shipping. So for my own personal ease of use and not having to mess around with things, I'm just going to make sure that all my types of packages I buy, boxes wise, have one face that's 4 by 6 to put a label on top of. Last big thing is December. So the goal again is 365 sales by the end of the year. To do that, I need to make 2.6 sales per day. And the real things that are going to get us there are marketing, right? So I'm going to be doing a bunch of work on my listings to try to improve those to help with cross promotion. Thank you to everybody who's reached out to me and given me some really good advice. For those of you who are further down the road, you know who you are. I'm going to be kind of documenting some of that in the upcoming videos on what I'll be changing on my listings to hopefully help with cross-selling and getting some additional business in the door. I'll be focusing in on doing shorts a few times throughout the course of now to the end of December, really trying to highlight some of the products I have. I've got a couple ideas on how to get creative there. Those you won't get notifications for, so if you're curious, you'll be able to pop over to the Shorts tab and check those out when they come. And then last but not least is continue to try to use social media like Pinterest. I need to really learn how to use Pinterest. Instagram, add some more stuff there, and then Reddit. I'm actually kind of liking the way Reddit is providing business over to the store despite its toxicity. So I'm going to try to find some more communities to get my product in front of and share with people. Little bit of a shorter video today. Just wanted to give you an update at where things are at. Honestly, I'm just kind of like buzzing with how real the goal is becoming, and I'm still a little nervous that I might not make it. So I'm going to put in the extra work. If you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to drop that in the section below. And otherwise, I'll plan on seeing all of you on Thursday. See you soon.